Bangkok is one of the best places in the world to eat, and I've been eating since I've moved here. So today I've compiled 3 of my go-to spots for meals at 3 very different price points to help you understand what you can get for meals for $1, $10, and $100 in Bangkok, Thailand, and what is more worth it. We will be evaluating each spot on 4 criteria. 1, taste/flavor. 2, portion size. 3, ambiance and vibes. And 4, lastly, value for money. I'm Dee, by the way. I make videos about spending, saving, and earning money around the world on my path to financial freedom, hopefully. So make sure to subscribe. Our first stop is the cheapest food court in Bangkok. Or that's at least what my real estate agent told me when I was looking for condos in the Asok area. Welcome to Terminal 21, a very popular mall known for its unique travel-themed shopping experience, where each floor represents a different international city, like Paris, Tokyo, London, Istanbul, etc. The mall also has tons of restaurants and dining options featuring food from around the world. But what you don't hear about as much is their amazing and cheap AF food court located on the very top floor. I come here to grab a snack or a quick meal every time I'm around the Asok area because it is just so cheap and really has any type of Asian food you could be craving. Let's take a look at the options, shall we? The area you want to head to is called Pier 21. It basically is like an indoor and slightly cleaner version of the street food that you see out and about in Bangkok. It features all of your classic Thai dishes, from tom yum rice noodles with fish balls to noodle soups, massaman curries, pad thais, and everything in between. I went around to about 70% of the stalls here and filmed their menus. Here you can see the barbecue red pork wonton soup bowl is 30 baht, or literally 90 cents in US dollars. Here we also have some other Asian dishes like Vietnamese pho for 29 baht, or also less than $1. You can get a fruit smoothie, which is basically just the fruit blended with ice, for about 25 baht, aka 75 cents. Or even Chinese dim sum for 7 to 10 baht a piece, which is 30 cents a piece. Some things like this Japanese spot is slightly pricier at 59 baht or $1.50, or some of the classic Thai salads with blue crab are 79 baht, aka $2.40, or some of the bigger sets with rice and an omelette and the curries for 59 baht, which is $1.80. When I come, I also like to buy a meal to go because it is so cheap and have it for lunch the next day. So spots like this where you get rice and some sort of veg and meat on the side is a very easy take-home meal for 30 to 40 baht, or about $1. I've eaten here numerous times undocumented, but I did take some photos that you'll see here of things that I've gotten in the past. However, today I'm going to try out their mango sticky rice because I just had lunch before I came to film this. Their single portion of mango sticky rice is 35 baht, or $1 US, and it is worth flagging you need a food court card in order to spend money here. Unless you have a Thai bank with QR scan, you do have to go to the coupon counter in order to make purchases. Here is my single portion of mango sticky rice. Honestly, quite a lot of food for $1. Most of the other spots around Bangkok that sell mango sticky rice is much closer to the 70 to 120 baht range, which is around $3 US. But if you go to a restaurant, mango sticky rice can cost you 250, 300, 350 baht, which is like $10 US. My boyfriend got the larger size of mango sticky rice, which is double the price, but also double the size. And here we are enjoying our meal. Also, just to highlight, since this is a food court, it does get pretty busy sometimes during food hours, so you might not always find a place to sit right away. But at the same time, it's a really nice food court. It looks pretty newly renovated, so the vibes are quite good. And the turnover is fast. People eat their meals and leave, so you can usually find a spot within 5 minutes. I thought the mangoes tasted very fresh, very good, and the rice also was just the right consistency. I'd say I've tried about 30 to 40% of the stalls in this food court, and for the most part, the food is pretty good. And a reminder to put your plates away. You do have to clean up after yourselves at this food court, but it's very easy to do. Overall, I rate the food court at Terminal 21 a solid 3 out of 5 in taste. It's not the best food I've ever had, but it's authentic enough and I haven't gotten sick from eating here, which you can't always say when you're eating at street food spots that are in a similar price range, so I think this is a win. For portion size, I rate it a 4.5 out of 5. All the times that I've been here, I've been super satisfied with the meals that I've gotten, and this mango sticky rice was no different. The ambiance/vibes are like a 4 out of 5. Obviously, it's not luxury or upscale, but the people are really nice. There's lots of seating. There's a lot of natural light as well coming in from the windows. And the overall space is very clean and easy to navigate. So lastly, overall, the value for money for this food court is a 4.5 out of 5. All things considered, really, really good. And the fact that it's literally $1 for most of the meals that you want to eat here, it's unbeatable. Up next, we're headed to the second spot, an all-you-can-eat sushi chain called Shinkansen Sushi. There are about 20 branches in Bangkok, and this brand only exists in Thailand, and it has become my go-to post-workout meal. I've only been to the one at MBK Center as it's super easily accessible via the Siam BTS line. And you can get 3 different tiers of all-you-can-eat sushi, but my go-to is the standard for 329 baht, not inclusive of tax, per person. That's $9.90 pre-tax or $10.30 post-tax. MBK Center is also a super popular mall for locals and tourists alike because they're known for their fake luxury items. So I think that's why this place is also so popular, because there is always a super long line. The queue can easily be 10 to 20 people no matter what time of the day it is. But honestly, the wait is worth it. Usually when I go to Shinkansen Sushi, it's after I do my workout classes. I go to a gym that's about a 3-minute walk away from this sushi spot, the one located in MBK Center by Siam. And so usually by the time we get seated, I am way too hungry and impatient to film, so I just eat and that's it. So therefore, apologies for the lack of video content here, but I do have a collection of some photos, as well as let's talk through the menu and what you can actually get. In general, I tend to go for the salmon nigiris. It's the most popular one in the top left corner. But there really is a lot of variety, even at this most standard level. From seared salmon nigiris to tempura rolls, as well as eel, as well as salads, edamame, miso soup, tofu, watermelon, udon, and even chicken. I've eaten here more times than I can count on both hands, so definitely a good spot. So overall, I would rate Shinkansen Sushi, specifically the one located at MBK Center, a solid 4 out of 5 on taste. Honestly, sushi tastes pretty similar to me no matter where I get it, unless the quality is really bad. So maybe I don't have the most refined palate to be doing sushi tastings, but to me it tastes the same as the sushis that I've gotten in Japan. In terms of portion size, this is an all-you-can-eat spot, so literally the portion size can be as big as you want. So we're gonna give it a 5 out of 5 here. The ambiance/vibes, I'm gonna give 3 out of 5. The biggest reason here is the wait times are just so long. It's not super accessible. You can't just show up and get a spot. And because there's so much traffic and people coming in and out, I definitely feel the staff can get pretty stressed as well, which is very valid. So overall, value for money for Shinkansen Sushi, I would give it a 4.7 out of 5. I would say this is even better than Terminal 21, and you really can't get sushi this cheap anywhere else in Bangkok. I mean, it's literally all you can eat sushi for $10, so. But obviously, if you don't like sushi, this is not the place for you. And coming in at $100, the Flore restaurant at Valia Hotel. Of course, for such a fancy restaurant, we also have to get dressed up pretty fancy, so I put on my nicest dress and a pair of heels, and off we went via the BTS to Valia Hotel. The spot is actually a bit of a walk away, so I do recommend taking a Grab, but it is definitely worth the trek because the spot is absolutely beautiful. I came here over the Christmas, New Year's holidays for their special buffet, which cost 1,800 baht, which is about $50 US, but then we also got a couple of drinks and some wine, which bumped the total up to 3,300 baht or 100 USD. The buffet featured an amazing raw bar with all of the seafood you could possibly imagine that was super high quality, as well as a carving station which featured a ham, a turkey, and a lamb leg. It was definitely a Thai Western fusion type of meal. They had a whole area for charcuterie and cheeses and fancy appetizers, but also lots of warm food, from Thai classics like various curries, sauteed vegetables, and noodles and rice, to roasted potatoes, cauliflower gratin in this big open kitchen area, as well as lots of desserts. They also had lobster on the menu, but it was actually this like very tiny piece of lobster and each person could only get one. At the end of the meal, the chef also came around personally and seared off these delicious salmon chunks for us right by our table. You know it's fine dining when the chef comes to serve you personally. This spot also does have an a la carte menu, which I think if you got as much food as we did today would definitely cost you over $100 as well. We chatted with the chef a little bit and he ended up bringing us some complimentary hummus to end off the meal too, which was absolutely delicious. Probably one of the best hummuses I've had. So overall, the Flore restaurant at Valia Hotel, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 in terms of taste. I would say 90% of the food here was absolutely spectacular. I do think the roast items were not as juicy as I would maybe prefer, and the gravy wasn't necessarily to my taste, but again, that's very personal preference. And the quality of the food was definitely top notch. All of the seafood was amazing. The portion size, again, gets 5 out of 5 because this was once again an all-you-can-eat spot. They also have a la carte menus, but I personally didn't go for that option. I will say actually the one downside on the portion size, which might drop it to like a 4.7 out of 5 instead rating, is that the menu promised lobster tail, but the lobster tail was like this big and you can only get one, but you know, very small things. And the ambiance / vibes at Flore restaurant was definitely 5 out of 5. The best ambiance out of all 3 spots for sure and by far. The staff were incredibly kind and accommodating. The food was amazing. The chef was amazing also and came by our table and we had a good chat. And the DJ and music was great as well. Very high class, very fine dining. So overall, the value for money at the Flore restaurant, I think I'm gonna have to give a 4 out of 5. Obviously, the food, the ambiance, and the portions were awesome, but it was $100, which to me is something that I would do for a nice treat, but definitely not an everyday spot. So therefore, I've only ever been one time. But that's just me. Which of the 3 spots that I showed you would you want to try? And what do you think is the most worth your money? Okay, that was everything from me. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.